You getting that haircut today?
Probably not, but it's definitely moved up my list of things to do.
Sorry.
No, every time I'm home, my parents are like, "You getting a haircut?" Like, you have a free haircut, right? I'm like, I know. Why wouldn't I not procrastinate about something simple like that, I did wet it at least, and try to
At least you're aware. At least you're aware of your procrastination. It's freezing in this little room that I'm in.
What's up?
It's absolutely freezing in this room that I'm in.
Yeah, I forgot to turn the heat on when I got home last night. I woke up and it was like 55 degrees in the house. I'm like, oh.
Oh, mama! Get a room, you two!
I'm going to... But I couldn't fall asleep, so I came out here, took a couple Benadryl and put Oppenheimer on, and then I was out.
Nice.
So...
Ooh, how romantic.
I forgot. I'm gonna re-up the Disney Plus when Andor comes out.
Smart.
Because
let me know.
For some reason, it popped up in my Spotify like, hey, you haven't listened to this in a while.
Oh.
It just went down the rabbit hole of the soundtrack. And I was like, I needed that show back like a year ago. So
imagine how awkward this waiting would be if we hated each other.
So before you leave, Nathaniel, we'll need you to do a motion to stop.
Aquí en el centro, por favor. Solo mira después, no me mira a mí, me contestan solo en español.
And Judge, we have this worked out with the state, just so you know.
Para que solo mires pues en la calle, que solo
I don't know because it's our probation.
Understood, Judge.
All I know is that this case is older than it's older than Jesus, man. Tell me about your compelling story.
Okay, Judge. So my client was born in the 70s here in Houston. He is a United States citizen. His parents took him to Mexico. He was raised in Mexico until he was a teenager. He came back to Houston when he was about 18 or so. In any event, he got this DWI charge in 2016. He pled to probation. He didn't understand all that was required of him. He went in, I think his first setting, and told them, look, I can't do that. I can't afford the probation. What I'd like to do is turn in this portable device and turn myself in. They said, we'll let you know. So I have gotten with your CLO, and she has confirmed that was. I have the printout if you'd like to see.
Victoria, what you got?
Yes.
Nathaniel, I'll take a look.
I went to meet with this probation officer the first visit. They were reviewing keys with the alcohol monitoring device. They didn't want to participate. But the first they told him that they have to staff the case with the court. It looks like the case was submitted and they requested an MRP and there was no contact with the client.
And so just decided he didn't want to do it and he left.
Well, so, and Your Honor, my understanding is he went in to turn in the device. He had every intention of turning himself in at that point. Well, they wouldn't take him because the MRP hadn't been drafted. Understood.
They tell you to come to court. You took off. And now 6 years later, you come back and you want mercy?
I think I think that he
Yo creo que él
had every intention
tuvo toda la intención
of coming and being square with the court.
y
It's just a matter of timing. The MRP wasn't drafted at the time. But I would say this, Judge. So in the ensuing 8 years, because I guess it's been 2016, 2024, in the ensuing 8 years, I have tax returns for all of those years. He has children ranging from 1 to 22 with the same wife, all of whom are well provided for. During that time, he has used his passport to travel to Mexico several times. He's never had any issues with Border Patrol. I have pictures of him attending his father's funeral earlier this year with the headstone with the 2024 date of death, with him in front of the Oferta. He has done all of those things. He wasn't on the lam by any stretch.
Of course he is. What do you mean he's not on the lam? He's on the lam. There's a warrant for his arrest. I have no idea why no one would arrest him. I don't know, but it's now time. I mean, it's now time to pay the piper.
And so, Judge, showing we have a deal worked out with the state if the court is agreeable to it.
What is the deal?
So I can talk to you about the deal, Judge. So I looked at the probation. It looks like what I'm mostly concerned about is the defendant promised to pay restitution.
Oh, there's restitution on top of it. Oh,
Yes, Judge.
oh.
I indicated that if the court would bless the offer, I would offer a time served if he paid the restitution bill today.
No, if he doesn't pay restitution, he's looking at he's looking at a year in jail. That's what's going on. If you don't pay restitution, you're looking at an entire year in jail. That's what's going to happen. But you've been gone for 8 years and you want me to time serve this case?
¿De tiempo cumplido por este caso?
How much is restitution?
$546.
And his daughters are going to get the cashier's check pursuant to that right now.
And we made contact with the complainant. She confirmed she never got paid and she still wants payment. So we drafted a bill.
I would want payment too, but
Address.
I can't possibly do.
I can't emphasize enough, Judge, how at his first meeting, he said, I can't afford probation. It was his expectation that he'd be taken in now. So although my client is a citizen, the cultural understanding of you need to go wait for the formal MRP rather than him just showing himself up. So in the ensuing time, he has avoided trouble. This is his one and only time having been arrested. He has taken care of his children.
I'm not going to reward him for doing things that he should be doing anyways. If you have children, you have to take care of your children. If you have a wife, you have to take care of your wife. I'm not going to reward you for doing things you should be doing anyways. You are charged with a DWI. You're facing a year in jail. You take off for 8 years and you want me to just a slap on the wrist? Life doesn't work like that. In life, there are consequences. And the consequence is when you fail to do what you're supposed to do, you're looking at potential jail time. And in your case, you're looking at an entire year in jail. And it really would not be fair for me to just give you the proverbial slap on the wrist when you're gone for all this time, when everybody else does what they're supposed to do. And when they're here, they get time served, for doing what they're supposed to do. He's been gone for nearly a decade. I can't bless a time served, Nathaniel. As much as I love you and appreciate your tenacity, absolutely not. It's not fair. And if he doesn't pay restitution, then he's going to be doing a substantial amount of time in jail. That's it.
And so I would just reiterate, Judge, that he came in, it's not a traditional absconder case. He came in and said, I cannot afford this. And then it's not years. Well, he assumed, he showed up with the intention of turning himself in. So
but he didn't.
his understanding of what happened, is inaccurate, right? It has to be staffed with the court and MRP has to be issued.
I want you to understand something. We're not out for blood, right? I'm not going to hit him with 6 months or anything like that. But he needs to understand that there's a consequence, right? And I think it's only fair, and that hopefully with the consequence, he'll understand that we mean business and you can't just take off for 8 years and not expect something.
So what kind of an offer would
¿Qué
you
tipo de
be?
oferta?
30 days.
30 días de
With
cárcel.
restitution.
Con restitución.
If restitution is paid. If no restitution is paid, 365 days.
Si no se paga la restitución, es 365 días de cárcel.
I hope you understand. We mean business, Mr. Villalobos. It's unacceptable that
Diego, me
you take off for 8 years and expect us to just turn belly up. Life doesn't work like that. And I'm not going to reward you for doing things that you should be doing anyways, which is being a good father.
Cosas que debe de hacer de todas maneras, lo cual es ser un buen padre.
You should be doing that anyway.
Debería estar haciendo eso de todas maneras.
Now, you can appreciate and understand that we mean business.
Que nosotros
So,
serios de esto.
I guess what we'll do is we can set up for a hearing if you want. He can, if he wants to take it, and I'll certainly give him time to turn in.
So,
No.
Judge, if we can, can it reset so that I can,
Para yo poder.
I was hired on this case yesterday.
So absolutely, I'm more than happy to give you time, you know, of course, but
Pero
I can't. It's not fair, Nathan. It's not, you know, it really isn't.
en realidad no lo es.
So, Shatoria, get ready for your hearing, please, just in case, you know, and I can't imagine that the same probation officers is still there. So just get all the records you can and we'll go from there. And, you know, I'll give you 3 weeks. If you want 3 weeks, we can come back and he either accepts it or we'll have a hearing.
Understood, Judge.
Yeah. Sorry, Nathaniel. All right.
Hacia la izquierda, por
Oh,
favor.
wait a second.
Un momento.
I'm now going to put a GPS monitor on you, so I know that you're not going to take off. And on your other ankle, I'm going to put another monitor to make sure you're not drinking. While you're on this probation, you're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Texas?
He does not.
No. Then you will also sign an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive.
Cada vez que usted maneje.
Do you understand?
Yo, señor. Tiene que hablar. Sí, señor o no, señor. Yes.
You know, I know that you're upset, but I don't think it's unreasonable what I'm
Creo que es
doing,
algo fuerte.
Nathaniel. You know, I know that you want to fight to the best for your client, but I don't think it's unreasonable, you know, that at the end of the day, with all the credit, with all the time, and the 3 for 1, you know, it's. Can you waive the fee for me, please, for the devices, guys?
No phones. See that, Bill? Kathy?
I'm going to have you come up here and swear to me that you're not going to drive. After that, we will have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, you'll get with pretrial for your bond conditions. Don't, if you take off on me again, so help me, I'm going to make your bond so high. Don't take off.
No se
You must
desaparezca.
come back and you must not consume alcohol. Do you understand me?
Yo, señor.
Sí.
Yes. A la izquierda. Allá.
All right, Judge, next one is page 1, Bolivar. Gabby?